Welcome to our Future and Metro Boomin song tier list. In today's video, we're going to be going through 25 different songs and ranking them on our tier list from bad all the way to perfect. And if you guys are curious to know our top 10 songs from Future and Metro Boomin, you guys could actually access that in an episode that we did exclusively on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Check out the link in the pinned comment if you guys want to check it out. And much love to all the supporters on there. But let's get into this, and the first song that we have on this tier list today is gonna be Like That. This is a song that became a fucking event for hip-hop fans.
Yes, it did.
Everybody spoke about it once it came out. People were calling it a bazooka within the rap game. But besides the bazooka part of it, how good of a song is it?
Listen, I'm a really big fan of Future's part, especially the way that he
Yes.
starts off the song. I really like the hook. I feel like you're getting this classic vintage 2015 Future. The beat is really good as well. I like the sample flip in the back, but I wouldn't put it in the amazing or perfect rating. I would go great with it. I think it's a great song. I think it's going to be remembered forever. It's an iconic moment for hip hop, but I have songs on this list over it.
I could have gone amazing with it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is a club banger. Future's hook is crazy. The flow switches, Kendrick, the aggressive tone, even the beat, bro. The beat's pretty good.
You'll see what I mean once we get lower into the track.
I'll go with great, but I'm just saying it could have gone into amazing. But let's keep on going. Next up, we have Superhero. This has to be amazing.
I was gonna go perfect with it. I have the
You're
take
gonna
that
go
it's
perfect.
Remember, because I
Wow.
have the take that it's a perfect song.
You
So
know
based
what?
on my rating, I mean, listen, I think that it completely re-sparked the hunger for Future and Metro Boomin to come back together. Once we got Heroes and Villains, and you go into that track list, it was such a sick way to start off the album. Obviously, you have an intro that starts it off, but this is the first real song of the track list. Those horns are anthemic. I love the transition of the production. I really do feel like it's a perfect Metro Boomin and Future collaboration. You're playing this in crowds. People know it word for word. You're getting a perfect Metro Boomin production. You're getting a perfect hook from Future. You're getting engaged verses. There is nothing wrong with this song whatsoever.
This is easily one of Metro's best ever beats, but like that operatic build up at the beginning,
Incredible.
then getting those victorious trumpets, then the transition to the Chris Brown part. Not only that, but even like Future's giving some of his hardest flows ever. Like, I'm on that dope again. I'm on that flow again. Like, just some mind-altering shit. I was gonna go amazing, but it might be perfect. I don't know if I could pick out any flaws with it.
I think it's a perfect Metro Boomin and Future song.
And like you said, this was their first song in 5 years after not working together. And like you said, it revived that demand. So perfect for Superhero. Next up, Mask Off. This is their biggest song together, and it's become iconic for a lot of reasons. Obviously, the flute within the beat that was sampled. You obviously have a bunch of quotables from Future. For example, the hook, Percocet, Molly Percocet, chase a check, never chase a bitch. Words that came to be lived by a lot of young men. So definitely iconic in that sense. You got a classic meme out of other lyrics too, like ain't no way, ain't no fucking way. It's very iconic, but how good of a song is it?
I had it between great or amazing, depending on where you wanted to go with it. I think it's one of their most iconic collaborations. The production and the sample flip, from Metro Boomin is electrifying. It just creates such good atmosphere as far as the song goes.
I think it's great.
But I would go with a great rating. I think that's a great way, no pun intended, to be able to go by. But we still don't trust you. So this is the intro on their newest album. And to be honest with you, the reason why I was looking at a good rating is because of the Future performance. As much as I think it's cool that he's repeating it, whatever the case may be, he's not necessarily doing much for the track itself, and it's really the Weeknd that's carrying it off. I don't think it's on the level of a Mask Off, and I think that a good rating is appropriate for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of like the slow-moving ambient production. I think Metro really excels here with the synths, but ultimately, Future wasn't really holding up his end of the bargain, even though the Weeknd had a pretty killer verse and performance. So yeah, it's a good song. It was cool to see them like tapping into like unexplored territory for them though, sonically. So good song there. But let's go into another intro from Future and Metro, and this is not going to be the last one either. So this is the intro from We Don't Trust You, and it's easily one of the best songs on the album, bro.
You want to hear a hot take?
Yeah.
Perfect song again. Perfect. This song is fucking perfect, bro. It is.
It's not a perfect song to me.
It is. What's wrong with the song? There's nothing wrong with this song. Even
It's
the transition
listen,
until he goes, we don't trust you.
It's an amazing song, but
no.
Future's lyrics could have gone a bit deeper here.
No, why are you asking that from Future?
I'm
Shut
just
up,
saying,
Lou.
if you're gonna focus on rapping about like
no.
Can I tell you why? You want to keep going? Oh,
Yeah, it's one of the best songs they've ever released. Are you kidding me? It's the best song on a top 4 or top 3 Metro project, arguably.
it's a sensational song, but I don't have it on the same level as Superhero or other songs that we're gonna see on this tier list. I think that given like the theme of like Future rapping about betrayal and not having trust in a close friend, could have gone a bit deeper. That would have put it over the edge for me. Am I being a nitpicking bastard? Maybe, but
What a horrible.
when I'm looking at
take.
this and Superhero, I don't see it.
I really don't co-sign this take.
We're gonna put it
Whatever.
on amazing.
I guess it's amazing. All right, how about Type Shit featuring Playboy Cardi and Travis? Could we agree that I had a good take that Playboy Cardi is the best part of this song? Please, but we're gonna say it now. Could we finally say it? Could we call
No.
a spade a spade?
Fuck no.
Oh, are you serious?
This song's growing off of me. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This song has grown the fuck off of me. Future's
wrong with
performance
you?
is so stale. He doesn't execute on that flow whatsoever. It's so boring as a flow. The song only really gets its life once it transitions to Travis Scott, who does much better with the flow, giving you a psychedelic vibe with the Mike Dean synths. That's the saving grace of the track. Is that whole Travis Scott section?
You're out of your
I'm
fucking
telling
mind.
you.
You're out of your mind.
Cardi's cool on it though.
Cardi's cool on it.
He's
One
cool.
of the best features off that album, in my opinion. The flows he's attacking reminds me of like a Young Thug sort of.
Gassing it so much.
I'm
bro.
not. I'm really
You gotta
not.
chill.
It's a great song. I had it at the great. It's definitely a great song.
I had gone down to mid with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, type shit mid. Stinky take, call it what you want. That's where I'm at with it, bro. It grew off me. It really grew off me.
It's been out for like 2 weeks. How bad did it grow off you?
Well, it fucking grew off me from the first day I listened to now. It grew off me. What? It can grow off me in 2 weeks?
No, it's one of the
I gotta
best
wait-
songs off the fucking album.
I gotta
It's
wait.
a top-
I gotta wait a year for a song to grow off me.
No, but jeez, how much did you fucking abuse it before it grew off you? Listen, at the end of the day, you know, the thing that you said about the Future flow, that doesn't make too much sense in my opinion. He kind of sets up the entire flow.
No,
for
because
the song.
Travis adds the psychedelic sound
Okay,
effects, bro,
yes,
with his
I
voice.
get
Yeah,
it.
the auto-tune effects
yeah,
are
okay.
different. They are.
Dude, the guy has like fucking 20 seconds of runtime low key on the song.
And that's the
he's
best
not-
part of the song. I wish there was more.
No, absolutely not. It's definitely.
Okay, so
Playboy
anyways,
Cardi.
let's stop arguing. It's good. I said mid, you said great. It automatically goes good. Next up, Low Life with The Weeknd. This is the epitome of a classic trap song to me. Like, I feel like I'm walking into a hidden club when I listen to this. It's 5 minutes of dark, anthemic energy. I feel like it could be played in so many settings as a track too, and it rings off just as much as it did in 2016 as it does now.
For sure. It was one of the biggest bangers of that year, and it's still one of the biggest bangers of every single fucking year. And you could play this song in any setting that you want, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. I love the hook from The Weeknd on this. It's one of his most iconic hooks. I think it's a perfect song. It definitely is.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like when you have the low lifes and the superheroes, we can't be making exceptions for every song.
But what
So-
about no? But I'm saying that We Don't Trust You is definitely on that level for me. It's on that level for me. But anyways, let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to the next one. Nobody Knows My Struggle. This is gonna be one of the songs off of Side B on We Still Don't Trust You. One of the newer tracks, getting that classic 2013, 2014 Pluto DJ Esco sort of vibe from Future again. Really cool to see. But to be quite honest with you, I think it's a good song. I don't think it's definitely not on type shit for me. It's not going to be on a Mask Off level. But again, I don't think it was a mid performance in the context of this tier list. I think a good rating's good for
Yeah,
it.
we're on the same page. I think that production-wise, I like the ominous horns. Like, the production was the best part of the song. Future kind of has some corny lines, like the whole "Hasta la vista, baby." Didn't really hype me up, I think, the way it was meant to. He brings the high voltage energy, but on the second verse, offbeat at times too. So not really the biggest highlight off of that album. Good is okay. I'm okay with a good rating. Let's move on to Jumpman. Undeniable classic. We know
Iconic
what
hook.
that song did in the streets, in the clubs, in the suburbs. Fucking rang off everywhere. There was no way you weren't hearing that song in 2015.
Absolutely.
And when it comes down to it, chemistry between Future and Drake, not only on this song, but that whole project, was
undeniable.
A-tier shit.
Absolutely. I think it is a top 3 song off of What a Time to Be Alive. I still love the production to this day. You could say that it did so much for the Metro Boomin producer tag as well. It's just an iconic song, but I have it in the amazing category. I don't think it's on the level of a superhero, and I don't think it's on the level of a low life.
Oh, yeah, I was debating great or amazing. I don't think it's...
I think it's amazing, though.
that's fine.
It's definitely one of their best collaborations if you look at this entire list. But let's go on to another song. DS2 classic. Thought It Was a Drought. I Just Fucked Your Bitch in Some Gucci Flip-Flops. And that's what the Prophecy of Future has to say about that. But...
Oh, what?
I think that's an amazing song.
Oh my, what a horrible take. You were ready to put We Don't Trust You over Thought It Was a Drought. Are you out of your mind right now?
Why? Yeah. I was going to do it.
The amount of quotables on here. I'm going to choose this dirty over you. Put a girl on a train, strapped a bird on her back. Now she come back with change. This is a breakdown of like Future's lifestyle, bro. In the most like detailed way. He's going through every angle of his lifestyle. And what's crazy too is like that line, that opening line is so iconic. The way that you have the synergy between Future and Metro. As soon as he delivers that line, that's when the drums drop. Like everything synergy-wise, this is a Future and Metro Boomin song tier list, and we got to look at chemistry. Like Future knows when to shift gears based on the production and the sonics.
Amazing ratings, good.
Perfect song, bro.
Amazing rating.
Bro, how the fuck were you gonna give? We don't. What's wrong with it? I asked you the same thing. What's wrong with it?
I'm not even going to talk about it. Bring it down to
exactly,
amazing.
Because you can't answer. What's wrong with the song, buddy?
Let's go on to Honest off of Hendrix.
Guys, you see,
this
so
is going to be the next
claims
one.
and
I wasn't a big fan
up.
of the singing off of this one, and I do think that when you look at the Hendrix track list,
he can't admit his own fault. So why isn't it perfect?
Why did you want to put this, let's say, maybe in the higher tiers
why,
or the lower
why is
tiers?
Thought It Was a Drought not perfect?
I'm going
exactly. Ant has no idea. He's just salty about We Don't Trust You not being perfect. That's all that is.
Well, there's a couple of other ones. Even you trying to put type shit in the mid category is kind of fucking wild.
Bro,
to me. But
why are you going to discredit a Future classic because you're salty over it?
I put it in the amazing rating.
All right, I'm over it.
Hold on, no.
Guys,
just for the context.
You can flame him in the comments. I'm over it.
Let's do this right now. Let's do this right now.
I'm over it.
No. Let's do this right now. In the amazing category right now on this fucking tier list, I have Thought It Was a Drought. I had Jumpman, and I have We Don't Trust You. Your fucking stupid nitpick for We Don't Trust You was Future could have done a bit better with the specific writing. Fuck you. Next one that you have here was Jumpman. Name me a flaw with Jumpman. What's the flaw? There we go. So let's continue on with this. Thought It Was a Drought is going to go into amazing. Let's go on to Honest.
You're putting yourself in that box. If there's no flaw within it, then why didn't you put it perfect?
I think that when you look at the context of the tier list, it's not on the level of a superhero or a lowlife. Those types of tracks, in my opinion, and even a We Don't Trust You, those are the top tier tracks within their catalog. I think performance-wise, chemistry-wise, and I explained my production, I explained the performances, I have nothing else to say about them. And you were silent as well for Jumpman. But let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to Honest. Honestly, I don't skip this song when I'm off of this album.
So overrated though. People put this in like top 10 Future songs, and I feel like his falsetto auto crooning is horrible on this song. The beat's kind of cool, I guess, but it's just so overrated to me. I feel like
it is an overrated song.
His performance really isn't that special, bro. It's mid to me.
It is a mid song. It's also a bit too long of a song.
Yeah.
This is also a theme on the new album. These longer ballads and these longer performances. Why? I don't need 5 minutes of this. So, at the end of the day, I'm going with mid on this one. But let's go on to the next one. My Collection. Definitely a much better song from the same album. I was looking at the great category on this one.
I was looking at great too. Yeah, I love the Metro production. The female vocal samples, really classy.
The way that the track slows down and how atmospheric it is, and the way that Future catches this calm cadence throughout the entire track, it's so well calculated. It's definitely one of the best songs off of Hendrix. We're going great?
We're going to go great with this. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going on with this. X by 21 Savage, because you have Future featured on this. That was a bit of a tongue twister, and it's obviously produced by Metro Boomin. Is your bias going to come in here? Is the Savage Mode bias?
What is it? A good song, brother? What are you gonna say?
I said it was amazing. We're not doing fucking perfect rating for this. I'm sorry.
Okay,
this
is not. I'm on the same page.
Yeah, all right.
Slow your roll.
There's no perfect ratings for this fucking song. X is going into amazing.
The interplay between them, like the back and forth verses. I remember that first listen to that track. You're like, okay, like. That Future verse was cool, but I wanted more, and then they give you more.
Absolutely.
And he keeps coming back into the track. It was beautifully structured and composed as a song, and hearing Future, again, over a flute-based melody, over some more ominous production, couldn't have asked for more.
It's one of the most iconic productions, at least as far as their collaborations go, even looking back at 2016. It's such a banger, and they were just on a different type of time back then, man. And to be able to maybe get in the future more 21 Savage and Future collaborations with Metro, I'm down to see it. I am down to see it in the future. But amazing for X. Let's keep going on with this. Where You At featuring Drake. One of my favorite songs off of DS2.
I knew you were going to have it at Amazing or Perfect. This is a great song to me. I
had it amazing.
Yeah.
I had it amazing. I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely debating great, but what doesn't it have to be able to play on top of like Thought It Was a Drought or a Jumpman or even let's say We Don't Trust You. You're getting a super crazy Drake verse on this, rapping at top tier speeds. One of the best performances from his 2015 run, in my opinion. I love the way the strings come in on the production as well. So what is it for you? Why don't you fuck with about it?
I don't know. I didn't love the strings within the production. I feel like that wasn't. I feel like the beat's a bit overrated, to be honest with
There's
you.
gonna be some people in this fucking room that are gonna look at you crooked after this recording.
It is what it is. It kind of sounded like a sitar or something. I'm like, okay. Ultimately, though, I love this song because this song was sort of the beginning of Future and Drake finding their stride together. And I feel like we maybe wouldn't have had What a Time to Be Alive if it wasn't for them finding their link up and their perfect harmony on this track. I know they had collaborations before, but this one's like, okay, Drake is really stepping into the trap bag and he's killing it.
This was released before or after?
It was released before What a Time to Be Alive.
Before What a Time to Be Alive. They probably cooked this up at the same time too. They probably cooked it up at the.
But this was the first time where like they're in the same.
I guess
bag
for the
together.
public, it definitely was a special moment. I get what you're trying to say, but I do think they did find chemistry in the past. Example on other records, but
what other records match up to this before this? Tony Montana? No, it wasn't a Where You At.
It's not a Where You At, but it's definitely a good engage. Like it's a good point to look at when you're having the conversation of where do they really find their chemistry. I think Tony Montana was really that time where it was like, well, they could be a special duo. Yeah, absolutely. It came before. But anyways, great rating for it.
Yep. Great rating.
Let's keep going on with this. Where do you want to go? Monster? Next one?
That's the next one.
I know you really fuck with this song. I know you're a big fan of it.
Absolutely, bro, because you have Future rapping with so much passion and hunger, and I feel like getting that aggressive track presence from Future is something that was missing from this new era of Future and Metro Boomin on these last two albums. Even though I loved a lot of the rapping performances on We Don't Trust You, a part of me was like, where's that monster type of Future? And I feel like that was lacking on these latest projects. But ultimately, this song is fucking fire. I love the fuzzy bass. I love the sporadic synths throughout it. It's a perfect match for Future's toxic energy. And yeah, bro, he's rapping like a fucking
like an
beast.
Animal. Absolutely. Yeah. Great rating for it?
Great's fair.
Great is fair.
I would have gone amazing, but I'll go down to great.
All right, Lock on Me, featuring Travis Scott off of Heroes and Villains. Honestly, this is still one of the weakest tracks off of the album, even going back to it.
Super weak, bro. And I think like what throws you off too is that like Travis is pretty much using like a very similar flow to Niagara Falls, like 2 songs later on that album. You're like, okay. And
so
and Future is like, he's all over the place flow-wise.
Well, it was weird because it's a crossover between his melodic stuff and him trying to find a flow. I feel like he has a hard time trying to find the flow. And it's weird as a production as well. It's definitely a weaker production as far as Heroes and Villains go. I went mid with this.
I think it's mid.
Yeah, I went mid with it. But okay, let's keep going on with this Digital Dash. So, where's the conversation? Are we looking at amazing? Are we looking at perfect?
Man, I don't know.
I have it initially as amazing. I think
have it as amazing too.
I have it amazing. And I think that this was the perfect way to start off. What a Time to Be Alive. But again, I don't think it's touching a superhero, and I don't think it's on the same level as a Low Life. I think that I feel comfortable putting this amongst a Jumpman, for example, or amongst a Thought It Was a Drought. It's definitely within that category.
It's like in the upper echelon of that category because this is really like peak luxury trap music. And Future and Drake, for all 4 minutes, they keep their foot on the gas, bro. They're not slowing down. I love the spacey synths from Metro as well. Like, that sound is so distinct as a production. I think it's definitely better than Where You At and a couple of their other collaborations.
But I would see them in the same tier. But as you said, this is on like the brink. Yeah. This is in the upper echelon of the amazing tier.
Yep, facts.
Digital Dash is going to be going into the amazing tier. Let's do All Right. So this is a really underrated song for you and I. You were asking for that Future sort of monster energy, and you did get this off of Purple Rain. This is one of my favorite songs from Future, at least as far as that 2015 run goes. You're getting these thumping 808s. It's scary, and it's also very patient as a song as well, because he's taking these little pauses between his lines, and I feel like it creates a good anticipation for the track. So
this is a top 5 Future hook in my opinion, by the way. I don't know why everyone sleeps on this hook, bro. This is so fucking memorable. And what's crazy is that like they achieved so much in like 2 minutes and a half, bro. The song is super short. And I was freaking out to find out this song has 4 million streams, no certifications. And when you listen to this, you're like, this is a fucking party smash.
Well, we used to play this at our house party.
Yeah.
because it's definitely in the upper echelon. I went with amazing on it.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Performance from Future and Metro are at an all-time high on this. Definitely one of their most underrated. But it's going to beat it. One of the biggest talking points of We Still Don't Trust You. Probably going to be one of the bigger streamed songs off of the album as well. People are really enjoying it. I enjoy the performance. I don't think that there's necessarily too much going on with the song itself when it comes to, let's say, this tier list. I don't think it's in the upper echelon of the tier list, but at the end of the day, I don't want to go mid and bad with it. I think it was a good song for the album.
I have it as bad, to be honest with you.
Why?
I could go to mid as well. I just feel like Future, performance-wise, he's not like... He's barely rapping, singing, or putting any rhythm behind his delivery, especially for the hook.
He was rapping well on the
He's
song.
literally just saying beat it, and like the sample does all the heavy lifting. Apart from that, lyrics like, she got so drunk her vagina tastes like Classy Azul, or told that bitch kick rocks because she don't know how to chill. Like, just horrible writing. Like, I can excuse some Future lyrics, but like, when it's this kind of shit, I gotta put my foot down.
Fine, I could go down to mid with it.
You go down to mid?
All right, let's keep going on with this. Let's do Rich Sex. So this is one of the more melodic cuts, let's say, off of DS2. And to be honest with you, I still love this song.
You love it?
Like, not to the point to where I put it in the amazing or the perfect category, but I think it's a great song. I have it in the great category.
I had it as good, and like this kind of is another song that grew off me a little bit off of these recent listens.
I don't know what's going on.
But I can go great with it. It's cool. I think that like the mix of the auto crooning with the rapping is all right, but like when he's trying to evoke emotions and like straining his voice, that's where it falls a bit flat for me. But yeah, we can go great if you want to go great. I would have gone good though. We can go great. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, let's go great with
next
it. Rich
up,
Sex is definitely
Sorry.
great.
This is one of, if not the longest Future songs in his entire catalog.
What is it, clock
It's like
in? Like
7 minutes, bro.
7 minutes with this one?
Crazy.
Yeah, you're getting some like in and out singing performances throughout the track as well that I'm not too big on. You know how Lou and I feel about, Future's singing voice. It's definitely not on par.
But he has some smooth melodies, though.
He does. I had it as a good song. I had it on the good rating.
Yeah, I could have gone great because I feel like he does spaz in the second half when he does pick up the rapping shit. Like,
Yeah, but it's long. It drags as a song.
it does drag.
It drags as a song.
Yeah, we can
and
go
some of this,
good.
some of like the notes that he's trying to hit on the first half. It's not for me. But let's keep going on with this. I Serve the Bass, thumping production. But at the end of the day, like,
What?
I wouldn't go on the same level as Rich Sex.
Oh, it's better than Rich Sex to me. Like, without
Yeah?
a fucking doubt,
You think
bro.
so? I don't know.
This is Future, like, holding down his roots, rapping about, like, seeing flashbacks from the hood. And, like, even the double entendre of serving the bass where it's, like, he's serving
The bass,
cooked
obviously,
cocaine, and he's
and
also
just
serving the fan base, like...
and the 808s serving the baits as well. So I guess I
So
I
fire.
see what you mean with it.
But besides that, like, even the production, it's so manic and chaotic. It's unlike anything else you'll hear on DS2. Like, to me, this was going to be an amazing track, bro. I'm not even
bring
going
it
to lie
down
to you.
great.
Fine.
Bring it down to great. We're not doing that. We're bringing it down to great. But okay, how about scholarships?
I know this is a favorite for you. I think it's a banger. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to put it in the amazing like you want to, but
I rock Kentucky Blue on these hoes.
what a flow. That's one of my favorite Drizzy flows ever. I'm not going to lie.
It's such a disgusting song. It really is. If this was my personal bias, ladies and gentlemen, I'd put
Perfect.
this up. Yeah, I'd go perfect with it. But I had amazing. I feel like I would have had a easier time to convince you to put this in amazing when I was doing my notes for this episode.
I can go amazing with it. I'm cool with it, bro. I'm cool.
Scholarships is definitely amazing. It's on the level of a Digital Dash and on of a Jumpman. Those are probably the top 3 songs off of the project,
Fair.
if I'm being completely honest. All right, how about the Blood on the Money? How do you feel about this bad boy?
Yeah, this is one of the more underrated songs off of DS2. Another flute-based beat from Metro Boomin.
It was a pleasure revisiting this.
It was. I don't think it's like one of the more memorable tracks off of DS2, but it does deserve its flowers because
it does.
you're getting pretty solid writing from Future. Because I feel like sometimes when it's a rapping Future track that is lengthy, like this one, he almost has no choice but to say something.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And like him starting off the second verse with like, the devil is real, the devil is real. Like, you can see that he's like in a tormented headspace, and it's really engaging. It's really interesting to see where he's at. So ultimately, I went with great.
I'd be between great and good.
We can go good with it too.
Yeah, I would go good with Blood on the Money. But okay, let's end off this tier list with the Karate Chop remix featuring Lil Wayne. I'm not sure if you guys remember this song, but it was kind of iconic for its time and it was ringing off in clubs. But going back to it, I feel like it's kind of aged poorly.
It's aged super poorly.
I'm
bro.
not going to lie to you, especially the Wayne verse.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Wayne verse. And not only that, but they kind of stuffed it in at the last minute of the song itself, and the production is not that interesting. I feel like it's a generic trap beat. Well, I mean, it was probably advanced for its time just because of where the scene was at,
But it sounds dated now.
for sure, absolutely.
And I feel like Future's flow is a bit choppy, and like he's using that Migos triplet flow. So yeah, it's just it's not a song that sounds the most inspiring today. That's for sure.
I went with mid on it.
But it was an important song for Metro. He says like this is the song that changes life. So salute to that. But yeah, I think it is a mid song. But what's crazy is that when you look at like this tier list,
there's no bad
it's
song.
a lot of positive. Like when you look at Future and Metro Boomin as collaborators,
And their
it's
track
really
record?
a pea in a pod, bro.
Absolutely.
Like most of their weakest stuff is on their latest album, which obviously that's where the bulk of their material is together because they don't have many.
Yeah, so statistically speaking, you're probably going to find it there.
Yes.
But regardless, to further prove your point, they have almost a near flawless track record when it comes to just delivering bangers. Obviously, there's only 2 songs on this track list that got the perfect stamp of approval, and that was Superhero and Low Life. But I feel like that's merited.
It is.
That's definitely
Absolutely.
merited. Those are the 2 big ones.
And
You get what I'm
people are
trying
going
to
to
say?
debate about some of the amazing ones, saying that they should have gone into perfect,
Or maybe
We'll
gone
see.
into great, definitely. But guys, let us know how you feel about the track list. Let us know, not the track list, excuse me, about the tier list. And let me know what future tier list should we do. Thank you so much for watching this, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.